Hey guys, it's Lee in Fishbowl. Wanted to do a real quick update. I talked to my doctor this morning, just a little bit ago, and he's so funny. He's like, I guess he's scared that like I'm gonna be mad if he suggests surgery or something, and so he kind of went into this whole spiel, kind of reviewing what's been going on, and and your numbers aren't dropping like they should, but we can have you come in Wednesday and we can see if your numbers drop. I really want to see a minimum of a 15% decrease, or we might need to consider other things. And I was like, well, Saturday the other doctor who was on call mentioned that a DNC was an option, and he said, well, yes, it certainly is. And then he kind of went into his spiel like he was afraid I was going to get mad if he suggested a DNC. And I guess there are people out there that want to avoid surgery at all possible. I'm not one of those people. I'm not really scared. I mean, it sounds like I'm tempting fate, but I mean, I've had a DNC, I've had a laparoscopic, I've had surgery before, and it's been very uneventful, thankfully. I handled the anesthesia very well, so I always tell them to give me like Zofran or Phenergan with it, and I seem to do just fine and never get sick, so I'm fine with that. So anyway, I told him, I said, well, the doctor also said that if I wanted to, I asked, and that if we wanted to, we could include a laparoscopic at the same time and do it all together. And it's been almost, it was December of 2010, so it's going on 3 years in December since I've had one. With my laparoscopic in December of 10, they did remove stage 1 endometriosis, and there was some polyps and things they took care of as well. So 3 years, a lot can change. So I think that I was going to push for one once I got finished with my methotrexate and my numbers got to 0. But if this is the case, I'm totally for it, is what I told the doctor. And he was like, well, then let's just do it. He said, even if your numbers start to drop, this could be a very long, prolonged thing, since they kind of know where my where the baby is implanted now. It's right there at the bottom of the tube. It's in the uterus technically, but it's on such a bad place in the uterus it wouldn't be viable, and that's why it's not growing. So I said, I want you to go in if there's any fibroids, or if they can see the fibroids. He said my lining may be too thick to see that. But any polyps, things like that, that they can get rid of that. If there's any endometriosis, they can help them do that. They can look at my tubes. He said they can't check them. I will have to have a third HSG, which is no big deal. I've already had 2. And we'll do that, I guess, probably in October. But I went back and looked at my charts from my last laparoscopic in December of 2010, and I had it on December 30th, and I started my period exactly 30 days later, my natural cycle. So if that's the case, then my period would be due like the week end before Halloween. So anytime in that week leading up to Halloween, I should be back to normal, which is huge, because otherwise it would have probably been at least then, if not later, before my numbers got to 0. And then he wanted me to wait 2 full menstrual cycles before trying again, which would have probably put us in January trying. So this is giving us a definite advantage by having the surgery, knowing everything's clean and clear inside, checking the endometriosis and all of that. So looks like we'll be back on board to TTC in November. So my plan is Friday. And the other great thing about this is, with the methotrexate, you have to avoid folic acid and all this. And I was not supposed to exercise with risk of rupture, even if my numbers were dropping. So this is going to put me back into my healthier lifestyle a lot quicker too. I'm not going to have to worry about avoiding vegetables and salads and things like that. Starting Friday, I can have all that. It's not going to affect the methotrexate because I don't need it anymore. There will be no risk of rupture because it'll been removed. So I can do a lot more and be a little bit better place physically as well. So I feel really good about this surgery. It'll be Thursday morning. I have to be at the hospital at 5:30. So my little boy is going to go spend the night. I've already made arrangements. He's going to spend the night with a friend and go to school with him. And then my husband will be home before he gets out of school. So it'll be Thursday. My surgery is at 7:30. And so that's the way it's rolling right now. Unless something crazy changes, I'll be out for 2 days of school and then hopefully be back and ready to roll Monday. I don't see any problem with that. I was last time fine. As a matter of fact, we went to Disney World like 10 days after my laparoscopic surgery, and I handled it fine. Walked all over the place for a long vacation. So that's where we are right now. I was trying to think. And the other thing is going to be great is getting rid of these pregnancy symptoms. I've been so nauseated. I can tell my numbers are not going down. I knew they were going up when I got there Saturday because I was more nauseated and my chest was more tender. I've had some obvious pregnancy symptoms. My face is terrible. All of that will be gone, hopefully. So, we shall see. So say a prayer for me on Thursday morning, and here we go. We're gonna try this out. So I better run. I gotta get into school, but I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.